I basically started all my eyes like the night before it's due.
If your teacher sucks, for example.
Oh god, okay, personal, very personal experience. Imagine being able to stick to your own.
Hey guys, today I'm joined with my friend.
Hi.
And we're gonna talk about IB and some tips and tricks for you guys. We're the class of 2020, if you didn't notice already.
We're the year that didn't have exams.
Yeah,
let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
We did go through it for basically nothing.
True. We actually have other friends coming, but they're late, so my other two friends are gonna appear after this class, okay? So my friends are here, finally.
Hey, can I plug my YouTube channel?
Let's introduce ourselves. Hi. Wait, this is very awkward.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I take biology and chem. No, I'm not Crystal.
Okay, so I'm Crystal and I take biology, chemistry, and English HL, and Chinese A, math, and psychology SL.
Hi, I'm Emily. I did ASHR, French, English, and psychology. French B, yes.
Oh my god.
And psychology. And then I did SO, physics, biology, and math studies.
I'm Katie. I did visual arts, physics, and English, Lang, and Lit at HL, and geography, French B, and math, regular math. Normal people math at SL.
I'm Monique and I took biology, chemistry, and econ HL, and Chinese A, English A, and math SL.
Okay, we're gonna split this video into topics. So first we're gonna talk about subject choices. What are the subjects that you regret taking, or like the subjects you love the most?
I don't know if there's any subjects that I completely regret taking. There's a part of me that like wishes I didn't pick physics HL because I'm not smart.
You're smart
In physics
enough.
HL, you're either smart or you're really dumb for thinking you can take it. And so I'm really dumb. But I don't completely regret it, I think. I mean, with tutors, it ended up okay, so.
Okay, I kind of low-key regret French HL, but like I like the subject enough to get past the teachers.
Yeah, that's me with physics, except not the teachers, but just the subject.
Well, I regret taking Chinese A SL. I got a 7 in MYP Chinese. During MYP, your tests are on memorization. You memorize like everything before the exam and you just go to the exam and write it. I speak Mandarin fluently, I think. But I can't write. When I got to Chinese A, I struggled with writing because you have to do analysis. It's basically English A but in Chinese. But thankfully the exam's cancelled, so I don't have to do paper 1 and 2, so I don't have to write. So it's just oral.
This leads on to our point that MYP subjects and DP subjects are very different, especially for languages. French B and MYP French was so different. Literally all of us was lagging in the first term.
I did French
so
B
sad.
SL, and like the first term, I dropped 3 grades.
Everyone should just take Chinese B.
Yeah.
So the moral is, if you speak 2 languages, but one you're not so good at, try and get your school to let you to do that language at language B level.
Yes.
About English, I feel like English SL and HL, the difference is not your language ability, but it's more of which analysis you want to do. Like for English HL, you do comparative, but then for SL, you do a single analysis, and I think they're really different.
Also, English, Lang, and Lit, HL anyways, it's really, really, really hard to get a 7. Or maybe that's just because we're like Asians. No, I don't think it's that. But because with all the literature people in our school, they got many, many people with 7s. But I don't think our grade had a single English, Lang, and Lit 7.
Yeah, no. Like the limit they go is 6. 7 is like another territory.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're just dumb.
True. Or you can take like English HL for the college credits.
Wait, you do get college?
You get
Ready for America.
you get.
When you're picking your subjects, don't try to go for subjects that you think you'll be good at or subjects that your parents want you to do. Especially with Asian countries, parents often have a lot to say in what their kids do, but like, if possible, try to explain to your parents that if you don't have interest in the subject, you're just not going to do well because you don't have motivation. As long as you have interest in the subject, it'll be fine. Like for me, I'm very bad at math, right? But I have interests. interests in physics, but I am not great at it. But that just pushed me to try harder.
Oh, also, if you're not good at math, no, even if you're good at math, but like your future interest does not involve math in any way, take the easy way out and choose the dumbest math you have.
Yeah, they're changing the system. We don't know what it is, but like whatever is the equivalent of
Math studies, take it.
you'll want the grade boost.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
you can take math studies HL.
But
You don't need a tutor.
I disagree. Okay. Me, I'm a shitty person. I am not motivated for anything. So what tutors did for me was basically force me to study more. So I think tutors can be really great. Again, I hate to talk about how much I am bad at physics, but I am very, very bad.
But you're interested.
I needed a tutor for that, and that really helped.
And if your teachers suck, for example,
And also,
yeah, if your teachers suck, just like get a tutor because you won't get anything out of lessons.
Oh, if you want a tutor, you can contact any of us.
Wait, scratch that. Forget everything I said about me being bad at physics. I am really good at physics, okay? Yeah, I'm really good at physics. Hit me up if you need a physics tutor. Also, I'll help you with art if you want.
My view on tutors, so for example, biology and chemistry, you're mainly doing past papers. And if you're just gonna have your tutor give you past papers, like you can just find it on Reddit or
But
something.
we're talking about
need
like
to
IB resources.
Yeah, IB
Yeah.
resources.
Oh, I want to talk about the art subjects for a bit.
Okay.
That's a subject choice. With art, this year anyways, art students got fucked over because all throughout last year and the first term this year, we've been bragging about how, like, oh, I only have to sit 11 papers in total. What about you? Because art, especially at HL, that's like 3 papers that you don't have to do. But this year, we're the only subject that had to do everything. So that kind of sucked. That's not going to apply to you, hopefully. But I don't know about music or drama, but with visual arts, you're really gonna need to have time management and be able to complete your projects throughout the year because when it gets to the end, you're gonna be busy with all the other subjects and you're not gonna want to do art and you're gonna have to rush and it'll be less good. That being said, a lot of the time, rushed work do end up pretty good.
True study
That applies to everything.
True. Last minute everything, that's the IB way.
With chemistry and biology, take notes during lessons and use your notes to revise, but you have to do past papers. And after doing a question, look at the mark scheme. And even if you got it correct, you have to look at specifically what the mark scheme wants. Because sometimes you might be saying the same thing, but the mark scheme's not allowing you to say that.
Also, science students, paper 1 is out to get you.
Especially for physics. For the MC questions, they're so different from the paper 2 ones.
Yeah, you need to read things carefully.
Yeah, especially like measurements.
They're out to get you.
Yeah, on purpose.
Okay, let's move on to IAs. What's the most difficult IA and the easiest IA for your subjects?
French oral IA. Yeah, most difficult. Like technically the oral exam isn't an IA, they count it as because your teachers mark them. And, well, for like a language, the speaking part is the most difficult anyway.
For a new language.
Yeah, for a new language. You really have to prepare for it and prepare to be fucked up during the exam.
I think the easiest IA for me is psychology.
Oh, don't even remind me of that IA. I wanted to.
Okay, like I can't do that. Psychology is the easiest because you just have to like replicate a study and like write a report about it.
No, if you want an easy way out, do business management. If you're not into that stuff, do geography. Because psychology, you in the actual tests, the tests are harder.
I mean, physics IA was easy enough for me.
For me too. I just had to boil some milk.
like especially for physics IA, it's better to go simple and not difficult because it's easy for a simple IA to reach high marks, but then if you complicate stuff too much, it's gonna be very difficult.
They're not marking you on your actual knowledge, they're marking you on your process and like how well you can write things up and analyze things. So like don't try to do something that will make you seem super smart, okay?
Like don't
Save that for your dreams.
I think it applies the same for like chemistry and biology. You spend a lot of time in the lab, so if you're gonna do a really difficult experiment, you're gonna end up not getting the good data.
As long as you have like some data that makes sense, filling in the gaps.
Yeah, filling in the gaps.
I didn't do that. If my teachers are watching, I didn't do that.
Yeah. And there's like a lot of trials too, so like if some trials fail, you can just fill it in.
That's a shame.
I didn't do that. Oh god, okay, personal, very personal experience. If you're working with milk in your IA, put it in a fridge. Trust me.
And like from her experience, she does like bleach, so don't.
No, that's what I eat. It was fun though. I enjoyed it. And I basically started all my eyes like the night before it's due, and
First
it
draft,
turned
right?
out pretty good.
First draft.
Yeah.
First draft. Only for first draft. Don't do that for final draft.
For final draft.
Wait, no, no,
and then the night before.
No,
Okay.
you can edit the night before, but you don't do the entire thing before the final.
So we have two competing perspectives. It depends on like what you are like as a person,
Yeah.
like how well you do under pressure.
Like they both succeeded, so. Time for EEs.
God, our school was really good, like in terms
Yeah.
of managing our EEs, because basically at the end of DP1, they gave us like 2 entire days to just write up our first draft of our EEs. If you have that opportunity, good for you. If you don't, try and like allocate that to yourself, or like force yourself, or like maybe even meet up with some friends so that you can all hard grind your EEs for like 2 or 3 days straight.
You don't have to elongate your time.
Yeah.
Just like do it in 2 days. First draft.
Yeah, for first draft.
First draft.
For our English E as well, it's very easy to write it. It only took me like 1 day to finish the entire essay, and like I changed my question by a teacher on the first day we were writing it. So now I have to do everything again, but I made it, so it was 2 days. You can finish it in 2 days.
And I think if you're finding an easy way out, do a language EE, because like
I lived in the lab for 4 months.
yeah, I have like 20,000 words for my EE, including the appendix. So
Our EEs are pretty good too, pretty similar to language EEs.
Yeah. If you want to do a science EE, make sure you're like passionate about the subject. Yeah, you have to spend a lot of time on it, and it's just worth 1.5 marks, so might as well do something you're interested in.
and do something related to what you want to do in university, because it's beneficial for your personal statements, and they love asking about it during interviews.
Also, don't be scared to like change your topic. That's why you need to do like a bunch of research before you want to write it up, because you might get stuck, or you might find that actually you're not interested in it at all.
Yeah. Alright, so I've seen a question on my Instagram about Bio EE. The question is how to get an A in Bio EE, or some tips for Bio EE in general. I feel like Bio EE is actually pretty straightforward. There are some elements that you must put in your report. So like I'm gonna put a screenshot of my table of contents. There's 12, I believe, 12 elements that you need in your main section of the report. Write as much as you can on your first draft. You will go over the word count, but then you have enough detail. The scientific explanation is very important. And if you have too many research, when you decide to cut the words, anything that you find not necessary in the main report, you put it in appendix. Like they won't look at it, but at least it's there. The very important part, firstly, is personal engagement. So that should be shown throughout your report. But introduction is the part where you address how your research is significant to real life and your personal experiences. It's also important to include like maybe a research in your introduction, so your report seems more scientific. Topic does not necessarily have to be very hard or creative. About 3 to 4 hypotheses. For each hypothesis, you have to have like a null hypothesis and an alternative hypothesis. You need 2 statistical tests, and each of your tests is gonna test a null hypothesis. So you have to address that very clearly in your report. And the calculations for the statistical test, you can just put it in your appendix because it's gonna mess up your word count. Use scientific journals, like scientific journals.
And also like reference the things you did.
Yeah.
No, you use.
So you need to do a preliminary trial, and it shows personal engagement as well. And like it shows that you're able to put a lot of effort into doing the research. For conclusion, you have to address your null hypothesis again. Like either you accept it or you reject it. If you're rejecting your null hypothesis, you have to make it clear that you're accepting your alternative hypothesis.
It could be repetitive, but it would be safe to just add the entire hypothesis in your conclusion.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of repetitive, but it's good.
Yeah.
Just copy and paste the entire thing.
Yeah. And your research question also has to be very specific. Yeah, but most important is having preliminary trials and personal engagement. I think this is gonna set your EE apart from other people's EE.
The same applies for IAs too.
Yeah, definitely.
For like English and like pretty much other subjects that's not science, it's really hard to be unique because there's only so much you can talk about and there's only so much literature there is out there for you to choose. So don't worry about being unique or creative because like that would just complicate everything and you might not finish in time. Main thing is just that make sure you know what you're talking about. Focus on your question.
Well, I was not talking about TOK, but it's really subjective. Depends on the teacher.
For TOK, just listen to your teacher.
Yeah.
It's fine. The one who marked your exam might not be your teacher, but then you don't really know what the other teacher wants, and it's so subjective. So
Yeah, it's kind of a gamble. Just try
Yeah.
and write as well as possible.
yeah.
Or like try and get points in the presentation. And like if you have the chance to redo,
Yeah.
do.
Okay. Cass.
Pick cats that you enjoy. If your school does programs where you can like make clubs within your school, try and get in on that. If you go to VSA, join fill in the blank.
No, join Geocyclist.
Promoting.
Athletics.
Oh yeah, do a sport.
Time for some general tips before Q&A. So I would say like make use of your year 10 and your year 11, like the summer between that, and get like a lot of extracurriculars and like broaden your experiences.
Yeah, see if you can get any like work experience especially in like a field that you're interested in like doing in the future or even at university because that'll look good on your applications.
And like summer school is also good.
Yeah, use a planner or like a calendar because for many due dates you're gonna forget because it's like a few months prior. So like make sure you have that like at least marked so you don't forget about it.
Okay.
If you really need, set your own deadlines. So when you actually do it. But like none of us did that.
Imagine
so.
being able to stick to your own
Yeah. Like it's really hard.
I did like a poll on Instagram. Poll? No.
The question.
The
Q&A.
question on
She
Instagram.
asked y'all on Instagram.
So first question, is IB easy or tough in your own opinion?
IB students complain too much.
True.
Yeah.
I think
we complain more than we do stuff.
True.
Yeah.
Big true.
like it's really not that bad.
The good thing about IB is that it gives you a chance to, like, if you're not so good at testing, like in your IAs, you'll be able to raise your grade, at least just a little bit. That being said, time management's really important. IB's not that hard. Like the actual subject matter, the things you learn. Honestly, I've heard that it's easier than like certain like in some subjects anyways, it's easier than AP, easier than A levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, stop complaining and start studying, guys.
It's difficult, but not like you. It's not as hard as.
It's not as hard as people tell you.
Yeah. Like, exaggeration.
Like, IB students, get over it. Like,
IB is I would say it's closest to uni because you have to like juggle everything on your own.
yeah, IB is also good in that like it gives you a broad range of subjects you can study.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're undecided, that's really good. But if you're really interested in sciences, that kind of sucks because then you can't take like all three sciences.
Yeah, not like physics.
I think content-wise, it's not that heavy loaded, but the stress is free.
It's our DP2. Like the stress level went from this to that. I had like 4 breakdowns per week. Not
Actually, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was something like that too.
I feel like a part of that is because we're so last.
Yeah, again,
yes.
take it from people who
Like-
didn't manage their time well. You should.
Yeah.
Like every IB video ever.
True.
It's like next question. Best part of school life for DP.
Free lessons.
I would say it's like the people, like the friends. It's like the friends because like they will help you. You will help them. Oh, sorry.
Like in DP, so you have like a lot of subjects, so like a lot more chances to meet other people.
Yeah, try to make
Yeah.
friends in every class. Like
Yeah.
you might not already be with your friends in every class, but make friends. It's a great opportunity.
If you're stuck on something, ask your friends. They will ask you
They will
something,
help.
you will help, and when you need them, they will help back, you know? You feel?
Problem some friendships are
Oh, dang! Again, like personal experience, okay? apply to everyone.
If you make friends in each class, they'll automatically be like more interesting. So that's good.
Oh yeah, true. I laugh a lot.
Come out of your shell.
We laugh a lot in math. Next question. Best way to keep work-life balance?
A planner.
Make time for yourself. And make time to hang out with friends. Like, you don't always have to study. Or even better, like, have your work and your life together. Study with friends.
You need to hang out sometimes.
I think for like IB students, it's not so much balance your work and your life as in like make time for friends. It's more like make time for study.
I just do sports during the weekends, so that's how I balance.
That's how you live.
And I plan out my time using different tasks instead of like time frames.
Do this thing and then do that thing, which is fun, and then do this thing, which is work. Not like from 3 to 5 p.m. I will study. I will FaceTime my best friend.
Oh yeah, during Corona times, FaceTime your friends. Don't go out. Wait.
Sure.
Hong Kong is pretty safe right now. Don't add us.
Yeah. Oh, okay, next question. Average hours of sleep. And did you ever have to redo an entire IA?
IAA no, but some redid their.
Well, like I redid a lot of experience for EE, and it's like painful, but you get through it.
Average number of hours of sleep. Okay,
I said 4.
mine was like 6. I don't sleep much.
7.
DP1, yeah, DP1, 6 to 7 hours. At the end of DP1 and the start of DP2, I get like 4 hours of sleep.
Again, IB students complaining about not getting enough sleep, it's mostly a you problem. Like, again, this applies to all of us anyways
True.
too, but it's a you problem. Like, stop wasting your time on video games or watching Netflix or YouTube, but stay on this video. We're here to help. But then get off and do your work.
Yeah.
You can get 8 hours of sleep a night.
Because I get 8 hours of sleep, but then I get no work done. So.
I watch Netflix during school time and then I get home at work.
I do it like a normal person. I do schoolwork in school times, go home and do Netflix, and then sleep.
Next question. How do you get a 7 in Chinese A? Wait for IB exams to be cancelled. Okay, the next question is from Katie. She says, does suck? Yes! The last question. I'm in NYP right now, and people say DP is very depressing or scary. Is it true?
No!
It's not depressing.
Not that bad.
IB culture is making fun of the IB and saying it's bad, but honestly, I would say it's a good school like system.
So that's the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment what you think. We want to know. Share this video with like an IB friend so they can watch this and get help.
Also, I have a YouTube channel, Sewer at Cat. Crystal better link it in the what do you call it? The thing that's
the
down
link in description box. Yeah, I'll put everyone's like social media things.
Sure.
Also, I might do a video talking like specifically about IB art and stuff, but probably only after like grades come out so I can actually show you my work and stuff. So if you're interested in that.
Oh wait, also wait, we do tutoring. So like if you want tutor,
Sure now.
if you want to find us for tutoring.
Inquire, DM us on Instagram,
DM us,
slide
yeah.
right in.
Oh, and we're also selling textbooks for cheap, so.
Yeah, textbook. Okay, I'll link the Instagram account and the Google Sheet
Yeah.
below. Description. Everything is in the description box. Bye. Okay, continue.
Don't let the stress get to you. Make sure to have fun. Make friends, and most importantly, make good choices.